What's up? uh, yeah, it's been a minute since I last really streamed much of anything. Hey, hey, Josh, how you doing, man? Uh, Let me get this thing out of the way here. Yeah, how have you been, man? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, yeah. Last time I tried to stream something, which was about a couple of weeks ago, and that that really didn't turn out all that great. It was just, yeah, I guess I really wasn't in the, the right place or whatever. I don't know. I just had a kind of a hard time just trying to go through a stream last time, and I kind of felt pretty bad. I was like, don't know if I should try it again. And I mean, if I do, it's gonna have to be something else that I know everybody else is into. It's like the music stuff, but no. Other than that, I've just been kind of busy with work and all that. I was supposed to have done this stream last Friday, but yeah, unfortunately, work decided after I said, I'm gonna go ahead and stream a little bit. Oh, you got you a 2026 Ibanez Xiphos, nice. I think I've played on one of those guitars once, several years ago. I think it was like one of the early chameleon finished ones. I mean, I'm not like too terribly crazy about extreme shape guitars like BC Rich Stealths or Jackson Warriors, Kellys, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean the Xiphos that I kind of played on for a little bit. I mean, it was kind of fun. But what was I saying now? Oh yeah, I was gonna try to stream a little bit of this sometime last Friday, but work, I guess they must have been listening. Is like, all right, so this guy's wanting to do something productive on his one day off. You know what? We'll just say fuck him. We'll give everybody else that chance to work Friday. When I do covers, I consider myself more of a rhythm kind of guy, but I mean I do both rhythm and leads. It's just like I kind of have a personal preference more towards rhythm. But I mean I don't mind doing some leads here and there. I just really can't do like the super shreddy kind of stuff. But yeah. Other than all that, other than work just being work, I guess, I've been doing all right. Outside of all that, we're about hitting the spikes on something and chipping it. Yeah, I get you. I totally get that. I mean, even with some of my other guitars, which are a little bit more, I guess, traditional looking, and even one that's probably the nicest one that I got. I still baby those. I try to make sure not to hit them or dang them on anything if I can help it. Yeah, I kind of feel more comfortable doing the rhythm stuff. That's I don't want to necessarily say that's my kind of bread and butter, but I do feel more comfortable doing rhythms. Yeah, apart from all of that, just been busy with some other stuff, doing some other band stuff, and that's actually going over very, very nicely. I actually got a show coming up next Saturday. Well, both a show and a no ring wrestling show all at the same time. And we're going to be the last band playing, and as soon as we get done, that's when the wrestling show starts. And guess it kind of helps that was it two of the guys in the band that I'm in, they're actually part of the wrestling scene, and I know one of them is definitely going to be participating in it. Though I think they suggested yeah, he suggested, you know what, before we start off, before we kick off this wrestling show here, let's get back up there and just play one particular song, just to have this one guy walk out to. It's gonna be awesome. But no. On top of that, I've also got a bunch of other shows coming up throughout. Well, not throughout next month, but throughout parts of the next month. I know I got another show coming up middle of July. It's on a Wednesday. I mean, I've pulled it off once or twice before, where I did a show on a work day and had to go in to work the following day, and I really didn't lose any momentum there. But no, it's gonna be a really fun show. We're playing with this legendary hardcore band called Hoods, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. And in addition to that, around the end of July, going into August, we're going to be doing a run of 3 shows. 2 of them are out of state. One of them is kind of a hometown show, taking place on Friday through Sunday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, expect me to be really busy with music for a while. Never mind the fact that I'm trying to help them write some new stuff, so that's really fun. Yeah, lead guitar is good because a lot to take in. Because yeah, leads. I feel like it's. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, trying to write out your rhythm parts. Just trying to figure out what would work best. Not just in context with the song that you're doing, but also with the parts that you're playing. Like, how do I want them to mesh up together? And of course, with leads, there's just so many ways you can go about doing the stuff. I feel, anyways. All right, so yeah, the whole purpose of this stream here, I'm just gonna be just kicking back and just. Maybe working on some more potential video game music covers, and this is one that I know I think I've put down as a potential idea in the future. I think I made a post about it some months ago, saying like, all right, so I got some ideas on some covers that I want to do, and I've already done one of those off that list. Man, I think I've asked for a couple of other suggestions, but I've got another one here that, believe it or not, I actually just started. I just opened this back up about 30 minutes ago, and I was kind of putting in some of the notes and stuff. But I think I initially started on this one about a month ago or so, just trying to write out some of the drums to it. This may not be like the best or like the best set of drums for me to or the best rhythmic patterns of drums for me to use for this cover, but yeah, been working on Solfeggetto. I think I've said that right. Well, I probably didn't, by Bach, and it's got some wild shapes on guitar. Yeah, I've never really sat down and tried to figure out any classical pieces, no Bach, Mozart, or anything else of the sort, because, I've heard, some of those classical pieces, and I'm just sitting there like, how in the hell did they manage to pull all that off? It's timeless. Yeah, what you think about both lead and rhythm guitars. They've got different voices. Leads can do the high stuff. Rhythm is more like the alto or alto bass. Yeah, bass can do the low notes. Or yeah, yeah, they all have their place. They all have their ranges and whatnot. Uh, but yeah, like I said, this cover here that I just now pulled it up, and I was kind of adding some stuff to it. Well, just or at the very least, is getting it started. Some of you might well, hopefully a lot of you will probably recognize this one, and this is from a series that I have yet to do a single cover of, and it's kind of shocking, I know. So we'll see how this sounds. Hold on a minute. I think I got, okay, yeah, I see what's up. Yeah, I forgot to turn my, wasn't my audio catcher thing, for my DAW on here on OBS, so, let's try it again. And this is not entirely finished yet. I'm still kind of adding stuff to it there. Yeah, you probably recognize that little trumpet melody there. Oh, you liking it so far? Thanks. Ah, somebody knows. Somebody knows. Yeah, it's Chrono Trigger. Oh, yeah, I noticed I'm clipping here a little bit. Then back this down just a touch. Yeah, I think this sounds a little bit better. You know, having the drums in this section kind of makes it sound more like a little breakdown or something. But yeah. So here's a fun little fact about this cover in particular. I kind of wanted to cover this song at one point, but the problem, the one issue that I have with wanting to take on this cover is with the drums, because there was actually somebody else that I'll just say kind of beat me to it and laid down a much better drum performance that I could ever write. Let's see, of all the music covers that I did from 2012 till now, what do I consider as my favorite, or what's my number one? Oh man, let me God, I really gotta think about this actually. Well, I mean, I gotta say, Dancing Mad is up there as one of my favorites. And of course, Dark Messenger, or at least the most recent version of Dark Messenger, is up there as well. God, what else? I'd probably say Laughter from Phantasy Star 4 is also up there. Something a bit more recent, I'd say Rhapsody of the Forsaken from Order of Ecclesia is up there as one of my favorites. Uh, oh, YouTube is finally doing me a favor and put up my laughter cover. Hey, appreciate it. No, seriously, I really do appreciate it. But no, Laughter is another one of my favorites. Let's see if I said Rhapsody of the Forsaken's up there. Your favorite is some of the GoldenEye covers. Oh, yeah, I think of the GoldenEye ones that I've done. I think I've done Aztec, Surface One, Silo, Frigate, Cradle. Stage 7 from Blaster Master. Man, it's okay. You know what the really fucked up thing is that the last stream that I was doing a few weeks ago, I was actually playing Blaster Master Zero for like the first time in a couple of years, but well, honestly, I didn't really get far in that second playthrough. But I mean, I have beaten Blaster Master Zero once before, but it's been a minute since I last listened to the OST from that game in particular. Yeah, Silo's up there is one of my favorites. I mean, I could be that one guy and say that the very very first cover that I did, which was my take on Pokey Means Business. I mean, I'll admit it's kind of a product of its time, really. And back then, I don't think I was really all that great at mix, or I know I wasn't all that great at mixing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I wanted to do something kind of groovy and whatnot, I mean, I definitely take a listen to some of the Blaster Master music. I mean, I'm kind of thinking of like that first stage theme from the game, dun, 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 or however that main melody goes. But God, favorites, other favorites. Uh, Man. Okay, you know what? I actually got to pull up my playlist here real quick of all the other covers that I have done, just because I've got such terrible memory here. Let's see. Uh, okay, all right. So I just saw another cover that I did about 11 years ago, Battle on the Big Bridge, or Clash on the Big Bridge from Final Fantasy V. I had a friend of mine that I've known for, I'd say, about as long, if not longer, that I've been doing some of these covers for. God, my Pokemon Business one's about 13 years old, going on 14. Um, when I played that new cover that I was working the keyboard. Oh wait, you talk about the one that I'm playing right now, World Revolution from Chrono Trigger. But no, that Clash on the Big Bridge, that cover that I did about 11 years ago, I had a good friend of mine that I've known for just about as long, if not longer. He told me that there was another guy on YouTube, Family Jewels, who's honestly he's got way more pull than I do. My friend said he actually likes my take on Clash of the Big Bridge over his take. I don't know. I don't know. I think he said that he just liked how I arranged mine a little bit better than he did, or something about the leads or whatever. God, it's been a long time since I last played anything from Final Fantasy V. Let's see what else. Let's see the boss battle theme from Lufia 1. That's another one of my favorites. King of Terrors from Phantasy Star 4. That's another one of my favorites. And let's see what else. Let's Let's see, a decisive time from Mystic Arc. I really love that one. It's just got this weird kind of off-timey thing going on throughout most of the song. It's in like 7/4 or something like that. Yeah. I think it was 7/4 throughout the most part there. You tend to like mine and Toxic X Eternities a bit, dude. I love Toxic X Eternity. I mean that dude, he's a hell of a guitarist. Let's see what else. Oh god, my Ease cover from Memories of Solceda. All right. I know, just looking through that and seeing some of these other covers come up. I mean, I can't believe I decided I wanted to do something from the Ease series, and honestly, it was one of those series that I was actually terrified of trying to cover, only because the music that I've heard, well, at least in the recent bits of the music that I heard, it's just, I mean, how am I going to be able to recreate that or put my own spin on it? Because I think those guys have already done it long before I did. Just listen to the stuff from even was it God, what was that remake of 3 Oath and Felghana? That one's up there, or even Monstrum Nox is a better example. Yeah, what else did I have on here? Changed my sound from back then to a much more tame. Well, yeah, exactly. It's kind of hard when there's just so much out there. But no, the reason why my mixes kind of changed from like way back then to how they sound now is because, well, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where if you ever pick up a hobby or something other, and when you start off, you're thinking that. Oh, hey, heart-shaped box, what's up? I'm just talking with these two here. I'm actually. This is actually supposed to be a my take on World Revolution from Chrono Trigger. I just kind of showed a little snippet of that, but I had to chat with these dudes for a little bit. But whenever you pick up a hobby at first, and back then initially you're just like, yeah, this is something I can really get into, even though. When you try something, at first you think, oh, this is actually pretty good, but kind of looking back on it, it's like, I could have done that so much better. Yeah, exactly. Tastes change a little bit. You start maturing, and you kind of learn a couple of new things along the way. So that's kind of how I've seen, or how I approach this whole mixing thing, because back then I honestly had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was just kind of just recording stuff and just maybe moving a few knobs here and there. Oh, you don't mind the sound? You're just a little bit you're just a little bit curious. Yeah. I'd say my ears have kind of adjusted a little bit, and I've kind of picked up on a couple of bit of mixing things here and there over the years. So yeah, I wanted to try to work on my mixes and make them sound so much better now than they did back then. So that's probably the reason why you've seen a couple of like 2.0 or 3.0 even versions of some old covers that I did. Laughter, King of Terrors, Frigate. Oh, you really do like this? Well, mission accomplished then. Oh no, but no, I mean, I'm just trying to make things sound nice and clear throughout. All right, so Yeah, I redid a few. Okay, I gotta figure out this rhythmic pattern here. It's like dun 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 dun. Let's see if this is if this works. Hold up. Alright, glue that. That's exactly it. Just the mixes are definitely better in some of the newer ones. It's a good marker for improvement. That's kind of been one of my big things. Is just looking back on some of my old mixes is like, yeah, I definitely could have done that stuff so much better. But yeah, I mean, I really do like how the newer mixes do sound, or newer arrangements too on most of these covers. But I heard Ocean Palace theme from Chrono Trigger. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a lot of really good, songs from Chrono Trigger. I mean, of course, World Revolution's one of those. The battle themes. Bike Chase, another one. The keyboard sounds so good. Just oh, you talk about the pipe organs? Yeah. Hey Zio, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh wait, Josh, you mean these, right? I mean, you got to have the pipe organs here, and in a good Chrono Trigger. My man knows what's up. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is iconic for damn sure. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I just gotta split some of these newts here. Oh yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good right now, man. Hmm. You know what? Maybe I should try this for the bass part here. Uh, Pop. There. No, not dead slap. Pop. There we go. Okay, that's still on G sharp there. It's 4's B string. This is gonna sound kind of terrible, but yeah, I'm still writing this stuff out here. Hmm. Okay. No, wait. Let's instead of doing pop, maybe we'll try doing no, actually we'll Yeah, World Revolution. That's what I'm doing. Oh, you think it sounds good? Yeah, but I still appreciate it. But nah. I was just saying before. God, I'm getting lost here. Yeah, I mean, I get a bunch of favorite covers that I've done. This is kind of hard to pick. What would be, either my all-time favorites or my number one favorite. Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, even going further back than that, not just for the covers and stuff, but I kind of wanted to cover World Revolution for a while now, but the one big issue that I've had is with the drums, only because somebody actually beat me to it. Let me see if I can. Let me go pull this up here. All right, so where are you? There we go, Caldera drums. Yep. The reason why I'm pulling this dude up is because of this. And I don't know how, well, actually, let me turn my desktop audio thing on so you will be able to hear, the drums and stuff. But this guy, ex-Fallujah drummer, yeah, this is the reason why I've had such a hard time on wanting to do World Revolution, because I think he's done a much better drum performance than I could ever potentially rate. How well can you guys hear that? Anytime I want to watch a good drum performance, I always got to come back to this. I kind of like that a little bit with the tom and the hi-hats. Oh, these grooves. Oh, I dig this section here. Oh yeah, I like the drums in this section here. Just straight run, just throwing in the splashes every now and then. It does, man. I'm telling you. Oh, those triplet kicks. Oh, this is nasty. The sound of the organs and keyboard flows with the drums nicely, like what? That's a really good way to describe it, actually. I mean, I think that Andrew has always got such a really good sense of groove and flow in his drum writing. Now, me personally, I would have something like this on this section here. At least the feel of the drums there. Instead of it just being like or whatever. Oh, he's actually done another Chrono Trigger cover. Not too long after all that. And it was actually Bite Chase. Yeah, that man is the reason why I've had such a hard time of wanting to do this particular cover, but I'll just look at it the same way that I did whenever I decided I wanted to cover just one song from E's Memories of Sliceda, and just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Basically. I mean, yeah, I know my drums are nowhere close to what that man does, but I mean, it's music. You can put your own spin on just about anything, and just you can make it work. You know, it's limitless, really. I mean, mine, the drums I've written now is so much tamer in comparison, really. Sliceda's got some Yep. I mean, a lot of the E's games have some absolute bangers, whether we're talking stuff from, I'd say the first two games, I mean, there's a couple of that I'm picturing in my head right now. I mean, I can't remember the names of most of these from some of the early games, but I do remember some of the melodies. I think in the first game, the main overworld theme that you hear has got that main melody of like something like that. That one's really fun to play on guitar. Even you think I should do a collab with El Guitar Tom, Toxic X Eternity, God Metal, and Metal Legends 64. Okay, Toxic and GA Metal or God Metal, I actually am subbed to both of those dudes. Haven't actually checked out El Guitar Tom or Metal Legends 64, but I might do that after this stream just to see how they are. The thing is, if I actually ask or try to reach out to collab with either Toxic X Eternity or God Metal, I'm gonna be nervous. I'm gonna be so nervous. But yeah, I mean, something like that would be pretty cool, though. But yeah, other E's music that I really do dig. I mean, if I could, if I was gonna be doing some straight up acoustic stuff, Tender People from E's 2, I really love playing that one. It just sounds so peaceful and relaxing. Let's see what else. There's a bunch of really good ones off of Oath and Felghana. Yeah, exactly. Just take time and just have fun with it and enjoy it. That's the whole purpose of these covers. Is I'm just doing this kind of stuff and just enjoying it, really. Yeah. Go ahead and start this one off. Yeah, go with the flow. It's like that Queens of the Stone Age song, can go with the flow. And it's been a hot minute since I last listened to Queens of the Stone Age. Oh, no, wait. There we go. Okay, I think I might have saved myself there. Let's make sure it's all lined up here. Nope. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was a bit off time there, but yeah, I can salvage. The thing you like about the cover that I'm doing right now is the transition and the kind of rhythm to it. Yeah, when it comes to trying to write out the rhythms, especially the drums in a song like this, I don't know, I always found like I've had such a hard time trying to write some good, tasty drum grooves. Because I mean, there's a couple of things that I do catch with drums that I do kind of bring into my own writing, like just putting some good accents with like good cymbal hits here and there, just kind of spice things up. But when it comes to doing just simple tom grooves and all that, or doing some crazy stuff like what I was just showing just a little while ago, yeah. Make sure my timing's good. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know why, but I think for this part with the bass, I'm kind of feeling, a little bit funky for some reason. Yeah, they have to work together, corresponding with each other. Yeah, just got to make everything mesh together nicely. Yeah, make sure it's nice and polished too. Yeah. Make sure this rhythm's sounds good. I want to, force E string there. Okay, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to write some funky bass lines here. Now I'm a little bit curious how this is gonna sound. Okay, my thing was kind of bugging out a little bit. Let me increase the buffer size. Yeah, give me a lot more real estate, but a little bit more latency, but that's okay. Only for mixing, though. Okay, I actually kind of dig that. Oh yeah, they go to the hot. Oh, you good or somebody you know is good? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, hope you're all right there. Or it might be somebody else you had to go see at the hospital. Oh, you had to get assist. Oh, yeesh. I've never actually had assist before, but I've heard those things are like rough. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, exactly. Get you some rest there. I'm gonna play that back and should we just hear the bass by itself with the click. Oh, you accidentally cut yourself while shaving and it rained. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that does. I was trying to come up with a little rhythm for this section here where the whole song just kind of breaks down to that. Okay. I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's make it a little bit easier on me. Alright, I think for this one I'm going to go a little bit faster. With the bass, well, yeah, just a bit faster with the picking. Okay, now, let's see where I had, so yeah, New Mastodon, Devil Driver, Converge, and Avatar all on the same day. Yeah, I noticed, was it Converge put out, a new EP recently. I think it was like the Hum of Hurt or something like that. I know it's something about hum in there. Devil Driver's got a new song out. I think that one was called Dead in the Water, or it might have been something else. Mastodon, I know they put out a new song not too long ago, and Avatar I haven't honestly really kept up with. Speaking of Mastodon, I think you heard before. The whole thing happened with Brent Hines. After he got the boot, or after he wound up leaving the band, or I forget how that whole thing played out. I know they had themselves a fill-in guitarist, taking over their Puerto Rico show a while back. Yeah, that same guy is actually filling in for Machine Head now. Yeah, I heard the new song is about Brent Hines. Yeah, the sound of the bass guitar kind of sounds... Alright, so... sounds similar to the intro of Seinfeld. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's supposed to have been Seinfeld, but... yeah, the reason why... oh, yeah. Yeah, the reason why that bass sounds the way that it does is because I completely forgot that I had another particular bass on here that's only supposed to be played finger style. The one that I typically use is more pick style, and they sound much different from each other. Oh, actually, yeah. Let me I need to bring in some bit more lows. Okay, you're down just by a little bit. You know, I'll bump you up. Yeah, about negative 1.5 should be good. You know, I think I'll probably lower. Yeah, lower the velocities there on the fast stuff. Just make it a bit more even. Sounds like a Streets of Rage stage. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to hear the notes. Tone it beyond reason. Lower it to H. Lower it to H flat. There's no such thing as H flat. Yeah, if using the picks, fingers aren't really feeling. Yeah. You know, it's funny. The other band that I'm actually in right now, I mean, I do play bass. I've been kind of going back and forth, just trying to play fingerstyle and pick. Though I think they'd probably prefer pick just because it sounds so much more aggressive. And I mean, we're just doing no nonsense metal anyways, so. All right. Trying to hear those death notes. I'm riffing, I'm not writing. Okay. Okay, E, G. G sharp. Yeah, C. Yeah, this one's a C sharp. Alright, Light Yagami VA is gonna... Oh, are you really wanting to... Do it. That probably wasn't the best Palpatine impression that I've ever done, but regardless, just do it. Yeah, go get you one and have him sign it. Well, I'm pretty sure he's expecting it though, but now I gotta hear how these notes sound on that section with the strings going much higher and much more chaotic sounding. Leading into it though. Okay, I think that works. Which metal bands were the biggest influences on my covers from... Yeah, I've been listening to... God, I've been listening to all kinds of metal in my time. I've just been taking some bits that I've heard from some of these bands and just putting them into some of my covers. You know, just like... some good Machine Head like grooves every now and then, maybe some more kind of almost Opethy between the Buried in Me prog stuff, especially with the keyboards and stuff in the back, drums and all that. Still some kind of like groovy metal. I already said Machine Head, maybe a bit of maybe a little bit of a Slipknot if I wanted to go like full on, aggressive and angry. Yeah, definitely some, some good death metal stuff here and there, but nothing like, like say go full on, do like a full on Cannibal Corpse style cover of a song. I mean, in fairness, I did do like a full blown deathcore style cover of a Demon Combat from Dragon Quest VI. I think that was probably one of... Oh, that's actually another one of my favorites, now that I think about it. I don't want to say it's like my most ambitious cover that I've done because, well, I mean, Dancing Mad already exists. My Mega Man X3 Maverick Medley already exists. Miserable Medley of Secrets, that already exists, even though... Yeah, it's one of those things that I kind of look back on thinking, yeah, I could have done that one so much better. Like how I mix them in, just making them look like a hybrid. Yeah, that's the whole thing about music, you just, you listen to so much of it, you kind of start to pick up on some things that, that's not only catch your ear, like, oh, this sounds really good, but more of, I want to see how I can try to work some of that into my own writing style, or hell, I just even with guitar, I take some stuff from some other bands that I listen to. Again, stuff like Machine Head, Slipknot, maybe some other bits of death metal here and there, melodic death metal and all that. I try to listen to most of what I can just to try to get some ideas going. Okay, I want to... Okay. Making sure I know of a good place to start that. Okay. Yeah, there's just so much good stuff to go through there. Like, one minute I'd be, I'd find myself on, like, an old school death metal kick, like Obituary or something, and maybe the next I might find myself just getting back into some more industrial metal, like Fear Factory, Cybreed, Synthetic Breed, you know, stuff like that. Or I might be in a bit of a nu metal mood, like Slipknot, Mushroom Head, Mood Ring. It's again, it's hard to have hard to have some favorites there. All right. Oh yeah, let me chop this up. This little ending here. Okay. Now I want to hear how the bass sounds with everything. Because I know there's still a couple of tracks I gotta put into this, like some other synths in the back, and even the main melody, well, the opening melody, that little bit. And then, of course, I gotta do the little synth bass in the back here for this section. That's just kind of going back and forth there. Yeah, that is an absurd amount of metal bands from the last 40 years or so, and it's so much good stuff to sift through. And that's why I got like a ton of favorite bands. You know, regardless of what style of metal or what style of music that they're playing. I mean, there's always something I can just latch onto. Believe it or not, I don't consider myself a vocalist by any means. So I was just kind of trying to sing that other melodic line to the best of my ability. And God knows I'm no Rob Halford. God knows I'm no Christian Offstam or Corey Taylor. God knows I sure as hell ain't Vessel. Or maybe in Justin's case, God knows I'm not Jeffrey Nothing. If only. Oh yeah, this definitely does sound like a breakdown section here. You know, I don't think I've ever really had anyone describe, you know, me in that kind of way, really. I mean, I'll admit that I know I don't have, you know, quite the pull, like most other, I don't know if I really want to say most other, but some other YouTubers where, I mean, I just gotta say, most of them, you know, they just put on a pretty face for the cameras. I mean, yeah, I know I'm kind of hiding behind a little avatar here, but that's just for looks. I mean, what you're hearing is me genuinely. And I'm not one to put on a front for anyone. I just get on here and I just be myself, just doing this kind of stuff just for fun, really. Oh shit, I almost forgot I had this other half here with the straight double bass. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fade all this out after I get it mixed down and everything. God, I forgot I got so many Triton tracks on here. Yeah, I'm actually taking this off of a another template that I had from a previous cover that I did, which was "Are You the True Form of Darkness" from Mystic Arc. Mystic Bark. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, my sister's dog was just barking at something. Of course, the second I start talking about Mystic Arc, he just gets going. Now, you like how my avatar looks compared to the old ones? Yeah, actually, I really do kind of dig the looks, and believe it or not, the color scheme that I got going on here is a bit of a recent change, I guess. I mean, Slipknot Driver can bat me up on this. I was actually messing around with some other color schemes. Yeah, because I wanted to try something a little bit different. One that I don't actually have finished just yet, or at least set up, is this whole black setup, but with purple letterings and imprints and all that. I do have some other other ones here. This one I actually do kind of dig. It's got this sort of like wintry sort of look. Just the whole white techwear stuff with the black lettering. And conversely, you know, what I had before. Which, I mean, yeah, I still kind of use that every now and then, though, but I'm actually kind of digging the red and black look. Alright, so, anyways, yeah, I had so many Triton tracks left over from the, that one Mystic Arc cover that I did a while back. I'll go ahead and delete this and just start using that for to get my my more synthy synth stuff set up. And yep, things still there. Now I just got to find a good bass sound for me to actually use. Helps to go a few octaves lower. Put a lighter up in the air. I swear to God, I'm not playing Freebird. Okay, alright. I know, Josh, you was saying that I'm one of those guys who just pretty much, just shows, who exactly, they are, not trying to hide anything. This is going to be the most controversial thing that I've probably said on here, but I'm just going to say I think Freebird is overrated as fuck. I've heard that song way too many times, and the solo that takes up, I'd say, about 60% of that whole song right over there. I mean, they're talented, yes, don't get me wrong, but the novelty just kind of wears off after a while. No, he's playing Hatsune Miku instead. I really wish I know some vocal tunes. Alright, I gotta think of a good, synthy bass sound that I can put in the back. And actually, let me drop the level on there so I don't blow out anybody's eardrums. You're not offended by that? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. No. No, I'm not going to be using that. Or that. I'll just separate it by bass. I don't know. Or that. Nope. Been playing a new Lego Batman. Nice. Nope. Yeah, this is kind of like a smoothed out Reese type of bass that I would have underneath. An octave lower at that. Nope. 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 People start talking behind your back, and that's how that nice sayings, even if you're trying. I don't think I've ever had anybody, just say things, behind my back. I'm pretty sure it's happened, but I mean, me personally, I'm not like that worried really, or that concerned, I guess. I'm trying to find a way to put this without coming off, like I'm being mean or whatever. No, that ain't it. No, that ain't it either. Wait. Nope. He felt like that when he was younger, but not so much. Not so much these days. Yeah, yeah, I get you. Maybe we'll try that one. Let's bring the level down just a touch. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not trying to get like super personal, but there was a point where hello, Berta, my old friend. I've come to see your stream again. I know I'm like way off key there. I'm neither Simon nor Garfunkel. God knows I couldn't be either one, but okay, sharp, C sharp. All right. It will do, yeah, I think 80. Alright, F sharp. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling that that might need to go an octave lower. Yeah, we go quite a ways back. Never actually met IRL, but I mean, yeah, I know we've talked a long time though. You kept ringing the crit. Well, sounds like he's doing all right. Yeah, I hadn't been on in his Discord in quite a while now. He always like coming to my streams where we get, well, hey, just I appreciate it, really. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody gets really busy every now and then. I mean, I know what happens, but just whenever you got a chance to, I mean, I still appreciate it. Let's see how bad this is gonna sound, because I feel like I've either picked the wrong octave or maybe I picked the wrong patch. Okay, maybe it was the wrong octave. You know what? Let me turn the velocity. Yeah, velocity's down just a bit. But right there, maybe. Okay, that sounded more like a Sonic the Hedgehog stage. Like, what is it, Scrap Brain? Oh, Anime North happened, yeah. Well, it sounds like you had fun up there, aside from the whole cis thing. Yeah. I want to try this one, but I gotta turn that glide down quite a bit. Wait. Okay, I think that might work. Actually, let me turn that up just a little bit more. Oh, the assist came afterwards? Yeesh. Oh, come on now, man. I just had, well, I haven't had Mexican food in a hot minute, though. Okay, maybe this sound will probably work. Okay, I think I got it, but I just gotta turn this down a little bit here. Oh, since I'm comfortable with rhythm guitar, how about bass? I don't actually mind playing bass. It's funny. The last few bands that I was in, or the last two bands that I was in, I was actually the designated bass player. The one before the one that I'm in now, I actually got asked to join in on on bass, and the other one that I'm in right now, I actually took over for their bassist, who now actually plays drums for us. Because we've had a bit of a lineup change recently after some. I don't know if I'd really want to call it drama at this point, but we'll just say old drummer was throwing a bit of a hissy fit about I think our vocalists not being able to attend one of their shows with another band that they've got going on, and I do say they because, well, non-binary and all that. I mean, despite them being all so stuck up and everything, it's I mean, I still gotta be respectful in some way, but I mean that's all past us now. But yeah, I mean, I do I do play bass and guitar a bit. Well, a bass a little bit though. I mean, I'm not like super great at it. I mean, I consider myself more of a guitar player that just happens to play bass, rather than say, okay, I do play guitar, but I kind of prefer bass, where I'm kind of doing more, crazy, like Les Claypool kind of shit. August with Machine Head and Kill Switch. All right, if you can get some tickets for a good price, jump on it, because yeah, I think I said that wasn't one of the guys that actually filled in after Brent Hines left Macedon, Ben Eller, here on YouTube. Yeah, he's filling in for Machine Head, and that dude lives in the same fucking state that I do, and I could not be any more jealous of him than I already am. When I saw the news break, and I just so happened to be wearing my the More Things Change t-shirt at the time too. It's like, what are the odds? But no. As soon as I saw that, I saw the announcement come out, or yeah, his announcement come out. I just said to him like, hey, have fun ripping through some of Phil Dimmel's solos, and he got back to me afterwards like, oh yeah, I have been. Oh yeah. I've been just kind of noodling away on both of those, just trying to work on some stuff. I mean, like I said, with bass, I've been trying to do some more fingerstyle stuff, just to try to get a feel for that. Much different world than playing on pick. Yeah, I'm still kind of just figuring out some stuff as I go. All right. But anyways, let's see if I got the volume right on the synth bass here. Okay, I think I need to low pass this a little bit here. Okay, you're like way too high. Okay, I think that might be good. You got Onimusha 5 Steelbook ordered? Nice. Yeah, I have yet to actually play a single Onimusha game, like, at all. I know they've done a remake or a remaster of it recently. And Control 2 ordered. Nice. I haven't actually played a Control either. I mean, I've seen that game come up a whole bunch, on sale a couple times, but I never really checked it out. Alright, now what was the notes for the... Okay, so it's just like a little broken up paracord there. You're gonna play the first one next? Nice. Alright, okay, there's one thing I want to do here, because I think in the original cover, I believe the synth bass, when that comes in, I think it's kind of panning side to side, so... I'll go wide with this one here. Oh yeah, I got it. Whoa, not... Alright, let me make it not so wide. Oh yeah, Rayman Legends getting a remake, but it's bundled with Origins. Yeah, I kind of heard about that too. Alright. Alright. Five, I think. Yeah, it's 55. Alright, we're gonna hear this. Code Veronica remake? Okay. sound of the organ sounds like I'm giving into my rage and anger on the opponent just to scare them. Okay, all right. One thing I actually have to ask is, whether or not we're a musician or whatever, has there ever been a single instrument that that gives you this, just any kind of feeling whatsoever? Like, best example that I can probably give for me, and this is probably going to be a little bit of a weird one, but for some reason, I get a bit, choked up here and there whenever I hear pan flutes in some songs. And so a little story about that. There was one cover that I did a long time ago. Jeez, relax, dude. There was one cover that I did like a long time ago. It was the field motif theme from Luffy and the Fortress of Doom. That usually plays whenever a very sad scene happens, like one of the early characters, dying because he's over 100 years old, and he really didn't have that much longer to live. But he at least tells you, like, hey, go find Artea. He can help you out. I mean, I've got no more time left in this world. I mean, the second that happens, when the music kicks on, just hearing, the pan flute, at least in my cover of that song, believe it or not, I was getting a bit choked up when I was trying to arrange that one. And I don't know, maybe it was also around the time I was kind of in a little bit of a low spot where I was like, you know what, I'm probably going to just kind of ease off with this for a while. Not really in like the best of places at the moment. So, but yeah, I mean, even then, I think there was another cover that I did. Same game. It was the Earth, or whatever the overworld theme is from Luffy and the Fortress of Doom, where the whole section where everything just kind of lightens up a bit. I think on the first time through, I put on a pan flute there. It has to be a guitar with heavy aggressive strings, and when your PTSD comes through, so like super heavy guitars just kind of gets you, kind of puts you in one of those places there. Hold on a sec. Get my wire undone. Can't believe I'm actually breaking out the old grandpa's guitars here, but no, the on that one Luffy cover of the Earth, where I put the pan flute in, it was when I break out the acoustic guitar and I just do this whole let's see if this is even in tune. Thank you. That was not Wonderwall. Man, I haven't actually played this acoustic in quite a while though. Actually, I need to put some new strings on it. And the funny thing was, I didn't even actually put the guitar like right up on the mic. like how you're supposed to. Though I'm pretty sure it kind of came through well enough. Yeah, or listening to. Oh, you think it sounded pretty good? Yeah, I've had that acoustic for a few years now. It's just some cheap Ibanez electric acoustic, and there are very few times I ever break that thing out for a cover. Yeah, what did I use that on? I know I did that on the Field Motif from Lufia 1. I did that on the Earth from Lufia 1 also. I know I had that on Sticker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2. At least for the lead part, that or however that part goes. Yeah, Alien Isolation 2. Yeah, that does sound like a pretty good lineup there. Yeah, pianos is what gets you a bit choked up. Yeah, I don't know why pianos to me it's like one of those emotionally diverse instruments out there. I know the whole thing about music is that just depending on what you play or how you play, it can convey different kinds of emotion. But piano, to me, it's like one of those where regardless of what it is that you play, you can pretty much get anything out of a good piano. All right. My bad. All right, I'm gonna move these here. I'm gonna make sure that's. Okay, C. Oh, that is G, okay. Alright, last 6 notes that. Yeah. I'll just do this to make it a little bit easier since it's kind of hard to tell between the a 5 or a 6 down there or in that note. Yeah, piano does have a really unique voice. Director of Shadow of the Colossus got a new game. What is Gen Atlas that new game, or is that something else? Oh, no, wait, I had that right. Okay, yeah. Man, this is basically gonna be going through all the way. Let's just hear it back just for the hell of it. Oh, Gen Atlas is basically Shadow of the Colossus, but with X. Kind of feel a little bit more Daemon X Machina, but I think that's more of a. Actually, I don't think that's like Shadow of the Colossus at all. Yeah, all instruments do have their own unique voices, and you can get just about anything you want to, just depending on how you play them. And, yeah. Alright, now just gotta get the last bit for the the kind of tense section there. Alright, so it's alright, it's E, G, G sharp, C. Alright, C sharp. And straight A sharps. Or B flat, whatever you want to call it. And just a straight run of A. And then all that again. Alright, oh, here we go. One message, RGG Studio. Stranger Than Heaven. Tupac instead of the youngest the game. Oh my god. You know, at this point, I think anything's really possible. Okay, I'm actually kind of digging how the synth bass sounds there. I'll be right back again. Alright, I'm back. Maybe one day I should do some acoustic covers. Actually, I think that would be kind of fun. I don't know why. I don't know why whenever I grab an acoustic, I always gotta do this. I mean, Justin, you're pretty well versed in some good Swedish prog, aren't you? You probably kind of know this one. Oh god, I always mess that one up. Any chance? But yeah, now that actually would be pretty cool though. That was supposed to be my terrible take on Closure by Opeth. I don't know why. Just that section afterwards. That's a real. That's probably one of the hardest things I've ever tried to play on guitar. God, I'm trying to remember exactly how to do that. I'll have to dig this up another time, though. I'm pretty sure Roadrunner is going to be coming after me after doing that. I mean, I can't help but playing some good riffs every now and then. Alright, so anyways. Now I just gotta get that opening, melody in there. Just gotta figure out a good sound for it. I'm kind of feeling more of another kind of woodwind for that one. No sexy sax, man, this time. That ain't happening. Yeah, trying to play some trying to figure out some of these other instruments here on keyboard. You know, just trying to figure out how all the little nuances and whatnot. That's that's gonna be kind of tough there. Dude was fighting demons with a guitar. Play Cannibal Corpse with acoustic. God. What? How can I put a spin on man. I don't even know a good Cannibal Corpse to go to on acoustic. No. This is supposed to be like sometime in the future, and we're supposed to have some epic instruments. No bagpipes. And we're not in Italy either, so play Hatsune Miku acoustic. Oh, you was laughing at one of our... Oh, my Lanta. I haven't heard anybody say that in quite a while. I know my mom does say that every now and then. The Sugar Blade acoustic. Okay, I know I say that I'm more comfortable as a rhythm player, but that song is my fucking kryptonite. That song is the definition of carpal tunnel and arthritis, and then some, all rolled into one. I mean, I like to think I'm a decent enough rhythm player, but when that song comes up in conversation, my hand just, it's like, ugh. I can't. I wish I could. I mean, if I can nail that whole song like all the way through, that yeah. Only bands that you know of that do the acoustic all the time are either Trading Yesterday or Secondhand Serenade. I don't think I've ever heard of those guys. They kind of sound more like I mean, if I had to guess, they're probably oh, Rascal Frats. Rascal Frats. Okay, yeah, I've heard of the Rascal Flats. But yeah, I don't know, I'm guessing Trading Yesterday and Secondhand Serenade, I'm guessing they might either be like alt rock or indie bands. And if I had to guess, I haven't actually looked any of them up yet. Oh man, it's always hard trying to find a good sound that would work with this little melody here. I don't know, maybe clarinet. Try that. Apparently, I'm not that good at keyboard either. Yeah, I might check them out just to see how they are. And actually, let me go ahead and screenshot that just so I'd have them for later. Oh, they're doing Platinum Games is doing the TMNT Last Ronin. Nice. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I last done anything with the Ninja Turtles. No, actually, I take that back. I think the last time I did something with the Ninja Turtles, I think I remember being in the kitchen cooking something, and I actually had one of the old TMNT cartoons, one of the episodes playing in the background. And I think it was the one episode where Michelangelo, he wanted to get a new belly board, but nobody had any extra money to let him borrow just to get it. The Turtles, the rest of the Turtles, they put the rest of their money on the Star Cruiser, just getting it fixed up. Mikey, he gets upset. Splinter just asks, like, why aren't you helping the others work on the Star Cruiser? And Mikey says, well, they put all that money on the... May not be the best at keyboard, but, what can I do? Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not going to stop me from trying, at least. The last word. I am the one and only. No, but that episode, Mikey, he sees an ad on TV for Weird Pizza and is like, you know what, I could get a job over there. Not realizing that Shredder and his two cronies, Rocksteady and Bebop, are actually running the place, and Shredder's like, you know what, this is perfect plan here. I got this pizzeria, and when the turtles they place an order for their pizza, I'm gonna put this anchovy with a little homing device inside their pizza, and it'll take me straight to their lair. It turns out the Rat King grabbed that pizza when Mikey had April O'Neil deliver the pizza when he realizes, oh shit, this pizza's actually for the turtles. I don't want them to know that I got this side gig going on. But he does eventually tell him after they bump into each other. After Mikey realizes that, oh, I've actually been working for Shredder this whole time, and I didn't know. So there goes getting that belly board, and killed my chances of getting a raise. But no, I had that episode on in the background, and I was just in the kitchen cooking something. I can't remember what it was I was making. I don't know. Maybe I might have had a pizza going on, or maybe I was making some, stir-fried rice or something. I don't know. Okay, apparently, let me try another, try something else here. I don't know, maybe a horn would probably work. As a Xenosaga. Yeah, you know what? I really haven't. I haven't really played the first Xenosaga. I've got it, but I haven't actually really played it. I think I remember checking out the soundtrack it was either Xenosaga 1 or. Okay, yeah, I did check out the soundtrack to Xenosaga 1, but it's been a while. Same thing with Star Ocean 3, and I think I might need to make a run at both, the first bunch of Star Oceans up to Star Ocean 3. Okay, maybe French horns would probably work for this one here. Oh my god, a Gundam hack and slash. Oh, no, really? I think I do have a Gundam game that's not necessarily like a hack and slash. I think it's more like an action RPG. I know it's like one of the Chibi Gundams or SD Gundams, whatever they call them. Let me hear how this sounds. If I can remember how to play this a little bit. Alright. Ah! Okay, there we go. Alright. I think that sound probably works. My playing, not so much. Oh, you now own Beast Machines? Nice, nice. Which favorite type of guitars do I like and what colors do I prefer? Alright, so I'm at this point where, well, actually, I've always been at this point where I'm always wanting to get some new guitars, and well, new guitars to me at least. For the longest time, I think I've always had like just simple black finished guitars, just the traditional super Strat kind of shape guitars. I mean, I've got some Ibanez ones here. I've got this Jackson 8-string that's got that traditional kind of shape. But lately, I've been playing a one of my other 7-strings. This Paul Reed Smith 7-string. It's Mark Holcomb signature. It's got a natural finish on it. I really love how that guitar looks. I love how that guitar sounds. I mean, I kind of go back and forth between that and my one Ibanez 6-string, which has a bit of a different neck profile on it. I think the PRS is just a touch thicker than Ibanez, which those things are... I'll just say they're kind of notoriously thin, but they're not like paper thin. Yeah, I kind of found myself playing my PRS a lot more. So much so that... I think the next guitar that I kind of see myself getting at some point in the future would have to be another PRS, namely maybe another Mark Holcomb 6-string, like one of the, I guess one of the earlier kind of models. Let me see if I can try to get a picture of it pulled up here. Actually, let me close this out. There we go, and blow this up. Yeah, you can see just about everybody from from Enigma Protocol on here. Let me, yeah, get that. Yeah, one of the guitars I was actually looking at was going to be another one of, let me see if I can try to find the right finish. Okay, this is one that I'm really wanting so bad, but the problem is these things I've seen, they go for over $5,000, and this the one that I've got, which is actually this one right over here. Well, actually, here's a better picture. This finish and all that. Yeah, this thing set me back about maybe 700 or so. Do you feel bad about what happened in 2016? Yeah, it was. Let's just say that the low point that I went through, it was. It was one of those moments where I just kind of felt like that, nobody really wanted me anymore, so I'm just like, I'm just going to go just kind of sit in my little corner and just stay there. It was pretty bad. Luckily, it didn't get to that point, so just take the good and the bad, I guess. Let's see if I can try to find the specific one that I was wanting to get at some point. Let's just look at the purple one here. Okay, this one looks really, really nice. Probably can't see it. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it. I really do dig the finish on this one. But that's not the one I was wanting to get. It was going to be a 6-string version of that. You know what, let me do this. Let me see if they even still have this one on here. Okay, I think this one might be it. Okay, I think it's, yeah, it's this. Oh, this one's got EMGs in it. You know, funny thing is, I mean, I've been an EMG guy for. Okay, I think this is the one that I was looking at. You know, it's got that nice kind of deep purple finish on it. Okay, it was a better look at that purple finish. Just that burst, just that nice quilted top. See, something like this is going to be one of my next guitars, hopefully, provided that I can actually get rid of some of my other stuff, because I've got way too many guitars that I'm not playing, so I figured, you know, I got to get rid of some of them just so I can actually, well, save up and hopefully get another guitar, or at least put some stuff into my my music production here, but... Yeah, 2017. That was kind of my my year of bouncing back, because yeah, 2016. I was trying to, well, find some work, and I think every single place that I went to either turned me down or never got back to me, and that's kind of what built up with that whole just kind of me just sitting in my own little dark corner there. But 2017, I just say, you know what? I'm gonna try it again, and yeah, exactly. Just think, you know, things can always turn around. It's, you know, just some of the weirdest of times, and that time in 2017, in April, well, March rather, of 2017. That's when it all just kind of turned around for me in a good way. I managed to get a job, and you know, saved up what I could, got myself another instrument, or at least got one of my other instruments fixed, and then started building things back up again, slowly but surely, and then I just jumped right back into it, and it just kind of just kept going on from there. I mean, yeah, there have been a couple of dips from then up until now, but I think it's been kind of looking up a bit for the most part. I'll stop. You're gonna make me. You're gonna make me cry here. Yeah. Yeah. I felt like that 2017 was kind of the year that I just wanted to kind of start over again and just try to, you know, go at it with a much better outlook. And yeah. I mean, as long as things stay this way, then I think I should be in good shape. All right, let me hear how this sounds now. There we go. High guard. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, rest in peace, High Guard 1, and rest in peace, Destiny 2, I guess. Yeah, you know what? I still find it kind of funny how was it my whole project thing. I didn't realize that it was actually originally from Destiny 2, even though I never really got that far into the game, and I honestly really don't care for it. I suppose that's the only thing that I have in common with Destiny 2 is my whole project is named after one of the events in the game. No, I'm actually cracking open a soda, a zero sugar soda at that. Mm, mm. Oh yeah. One other thing I should mention. Speaking of things looking up for me. I'm having a stone cold moment. Hell yeah! Mert 316. No. But speaking of looking up, one of the things that I really wanted to mention on the last stream, but I didn't because it was just kind of a bit of a low energy stream for me that day. So, on the subject of turning things around, I want to give you guys a little bit of a pretext here. So, around the end of last year, I noticed that my weight was actually getting a little bit out of control. I mean, I didn't push past 200, so there's that. I mean, if I did, I mean, with my job being the way that it is, and if I had a much healthier lifestyle, I'd say part of that 200 would probably be from muscle. But no, I was sitting at around the upper 180s, and I don't consider myself like a really really big guy by any means. But I was sitting around the upper 180s, and I noticed that I've been eating a whole bunch, and I think the worst that contributed to most of that weight was me drinking a lot of sugary stuff, namely just like regular sodas and whatnot. So around the end of December, I decided, you know what? I want to try something a little bit different here. Fishing and zombie games. I wish. No, but I wanted to try something a little bit different, so I went down to this convenience store that's not far from where I live, and I picked up a zero sugar Dr. Pepper, or might have been Pepsi, whichever one. I wanted to try that just because I wanted to see, just to see how they are, I mean, I kind of went in sort of with the mindset of thinking, oh, great, they're probably going to turn out like the diet drinks where they don't taste it, quite as good. But, oh, they announced the fishing and okay, that's it's kind of a weird combo, but we'll see how that turns out there. But yeah, I tried one of those zero sugar Dr. Peppers, and it took me a little bit to get into it, but I didn't actually hate it initially. I found that they taste kind of similar to the real thing, but that's just the Dr. Pepper stuff. Pepsi, on the other hand, and I noticed a stark difference going from regular Pepsis to zero sugar Pepsis. That when I started drinking the zero sugar stuff, and I tried the regular stuff not long afterwards, I noticed that there was a huge difference in the overall sweetness of the regular Pepsis. Like, it was like ungodly sweet on my tongue. And I know it's probably because I've gotten so used to drinking the zero sugar stuff for so long that it's just like a shock going from one to the other. Not so much with Dr. Pepper, because I really don't taste like the super sugary stuff in the original drink, which I still do drink one every once in a while, depending on where I go, if I'm gonna go grab me something to eat or whatever. But no, I decided I wanted to try to drink some zero sugar stuff for a while because I noticed I've been taking so much of it in that it's affecting my weight. And now, mind you, I said when I started doing that, I was in the upper 180s. I think I checked my weight sometime earlier this week, And here I am about 5, 6 months in, and I'm down to about 165. So So I lost about a good 20 pounds from from switching over from the sugary stuff, really scaling back on how much sugar I'm taking in, and of course me trying to eat a little bit less. Not trying to take in as many calories and whatnot. And of course, my job being as physical as it is, me moving around a whole bunch, having to carry a whole bunch of the heavy stuff, and of course, it gets really hot where I'm at, so I'm sweating a whole bunch. So yeah, I think all that has caused me to lose about 20 pounds, and I've noticed that my guts kind of shrunk down a bit. So I mean, if you consider that as progress, then I'll take it. The only thing I actually need to do in order to slim down even further is try to do some exercises that kind of work on my core a bit. Doing stuff like planks, sit-ups, push-ups, or crunches or whatever, just stuff like that, because I'm actually kind of self-conscious about my kind of my looks and all that. And I'm not saying like I know this is gonna sound sexist as hell, but was it some females, whenever they see these supermodels, and they think, oh my god, I really wish I had her looks, I had her figure and whatnot. I'm not like that by any means, and well, actually, if I'm gonna be talking about this based on my gender, look, some dudes, they're just so into wanting to be like super buff, super toned and all that. Me, I'm just looking to slim down. That's all I'm really wanting to do, really. I mean, if I happen to gain some muscle here and there, then hey, then that's cool. But I'm just trying to slim down a little bit. I'm actually wearing a large t-shirt. Oh my god, I need to look like Kratos. Now, oh my god, I need to look like Adolf Kristen. Oh my god, I need to look like Jude Mathis. If only either one of those were true, especially Jude Mathis. Oh. But no, that was kind of one of my fixes, or one of my dare I say New Year's resolutions, where I wanted to try to lose some weight the following year. And yeah, 20 pounds down over the course of 6 months. I mean, yeah, I still do eat some sugary stuff every once in a while, but I'm not like super hardcore into it. You like your booze too much. Well, that's fair. I don't want to say that I've also cut out drinking or anything, but even then, I don't drink like a whole bunch. I mean, I do have one every once in a while if I'm kind of in the mood, but it's got to be very specific. Okay. Wait, let me hear that one back again. Let me bring the velocity down just a little bit. Yeah, we'll try that. Hear how this sounds. Yeah, maybe I need to bring the first bunch of strings up a little bit. Maybe bring the horns down just a little bit more. Okay, the trumpets is what I got there, not horns. I think this might be a little bit too loud, but we'll see. Okay, no, I think I got it. I think I got it figured out there. All right, and now it's time. It's time I go grab any shapes of guitars that I like. Audio sync for Summer's Game Fest is off. Oh. Alright, any shapes of guitars that I like. Okay, I think best way I can kind of describe would have to be based on certain models. I'd say stuff like, Super Strat style guitars like, Ibanez RGs, S series, Jackson Soloists, or Charvel, SoCals. What would be some other ones? Or a bunch of stuff from ESP, like the M's, the H's, or Horizons. I'd say some good single cuts, like your typical Les Paul style guitars, like your Gibsons, your Epiphones. Again, ESPs with the Eclipses. Or, like the PRS that I showed off, those kinds of body styles. I kind of prefer those ones just because they feel like they kind of fit me more personally, as opposed to playing on something like a Flying V or... I think we're getting the GT6 trailer today. I'll say probably as early as next year, but then they'll probably say, we're just gonna tease you guys next year. We won't be releasing the game until like 2030 at the earliest. But even then, we're probably gonna push that back again. I don't know. All right, so I want to go ahead and get some more stuff. Oh, let me go up. All right, XLR in. Or out, rather. Ooh, okay. Jigsaw, do you want to play a game? Or would you like to play a game? Whatever it is that he says, I don't know. Alright, so... now I just gotta get everything hooked back up here, because I was doing a lot of disconnecting of cables and stuff. Alright. So hopefully this time around I'll actually get to play around with my, oh, Jigsaw Puppet showed up, okay. I didn't know he was there. Make sure we're getting sound here. Probably plugged into the wrong thing, maybe? No? Wait, that's the expression. Okay. No, wait, I see what's up. Alright, this one I'm going to have to turn this down a little bit here. Okay. You know, I'm actually going to do a little something different here. I'm actually going to bypass the cab stuff on my Helix here. And I'm going to try to maybe make something on here. You saw Genesis. You're not. Wait, is that another new game, or is that? No, Terminator Genesis was like years ago. But I heard that one wasn't all that great. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and. Oh, you're saying that Saw start? Okay. All right, you know, before I do that, I want to try a little something here. Let's see, receive something from the base MIDI. Mastermind found the notebook after the car crash. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to do a little something here just to help save on the CPU a little bit. We'll see how this works. It's gonna be a crazy idea, but we'll just try this anyways. You know, I'll go ahead and unmute the synths just so you can hear that in the context with the rest of the mix. Alright, yeah, we're getting signal there. Just going by what we've seen in the trailer. Alright. Kind of looks like the track is going in one ear at the other now. I don't know, I kind of feel like that there's needs to be something else in this little section here. You know, while I'm waiting for that Alright, so believe it or not, this is actually the first time I'm doing something like this for my bass. Normally, all I would do is just kind of write out the bass parts right there. And just, let that, let all the processing and stuff just kind of take over from there. Oh yeah, that's right, from the cyst there. I mean, at least the swelling is going down. I mean, how many days did you say it's been since since that started acting up there? Because I mean, if it just went down recently and it started happening that what, a day or two ago, then yeah. Okay, I feel like these strings needed to come up just a little bit here. Oh, that sounds really good. That's even without the guitars being added in there. Let me hear how this sounds with the. Excuse me. Here are the sounds with that extra bit of fuzz. Yes, I am excused. Yeah, I'll just go way more drive on here. Okay, yeah, definitely just go max drive there. Alright, so let me see how this is gonna turn out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just drop the sample rate down a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of play a bit. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, this is this thing right over here is something I actually got kind of recently. Oh, you didn't miss anything when he's getting a word Among Us. Fuck that game. I mean, I'm kind of glad that the hype around that game's dying off. I never really got the appeal for Among Us, but on to better things. Actually, I actually got this somewhat recently because yeah, I mean I kind of figured the writing was on the wall ever since I got this PRS, the Mark Holcomb guitar. Oh, that was the rhythm that I was doing right there. I was just kind of just chugging away, just for the hell of it. Yeah, I figured the writing was on the wall ever since I got this Mark Holcomb guitar. The guy that plays well, one of three guitarists in the Periphery. It was a band that I could not stand for like the longest time until a couple of weeks ago, actually, and yeah, I wound up getting this just because I'll admit they do know how to make some pretty good sounds or pretty good tones. The D word. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me close this out. Try to save a little bit of processing power. Alright. Yeah, apparently it's still kind of clipping out a little bit, but it's alright. Go ahead and mute these. I feel like they're gonna end the show with part 3 of the FF7 remake or GTA 6. You know what? I know it was in the name of the stream, and if I didn't spend so much time doing this one, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could work in this next cover that this whole stream is actually named after. The rhythm part almost sounds like a mix of the bass guitar. My rhythms are kind of a little bit all over the place, really. Oh, they're doing a... Oh, okay, a Wuthering Waves Cyberpunk crossover. Yeah, I distinctly remember Wuthering Waves. That was the last Genshin clone that I've tried, which I know it's kind of a derivative in and of itself, that Genshin was more of a Breath of the Wild kind of clone. Yeah, let me see if I can try to figure out the guitars to this. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. You know, I'll just go and bypass that. Again, to kind of save a little bit on processing power. You know, maybe I should do that little intro without the guitars. Just kind of let the synths and stuff breathe a little bit. Okay, apparently I'm still kind of popping a bit. I don't know, let's bring the buffer up a little bit more. Yeah, I'm due for a new PC at some point. Let's go and save that. We'll just start from here. Ah. This is gonna be straight picking here. Oof. It's gonna take me a bit to figure out the guitars for that one, or at least a good rhythm section there. Oh, that one's just dark. Do I not have the gate on my thing up high enough? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not using a. Oh wait, I am using one. That's right. There we go. No, I don't want to copy stuff over. I mean, I could be getting lost in this thing for for a while now. I don't know why. I kind of dig the fine thickness and the the D word. That's yeah, that's I mean, it's kind of in the name, just the D word. It's genty. I can't believe I'm actually gonna play this. That was me trying to attempt to play a single periphery riff, and I am not very well versed in periphery riffs. In fact, I absolutely suck at trying to play the stuff that those guys do. Nah, I don't think my fingers are getting sore or tired or anything else like that. I'm just kind of just dicking around with some tones and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is one that I'm definitely gonna have to come back to. You know, in the future, well, a little bit later on, and get the guitars for that one. But as my stream name would actually suggest, I'm gonna try to work on another cover, actually. And I'll go and get rid of the envelope here. Oh, don't worry, I've got all this saved. So what I'm gonna do... Save project. We'll do a new folder. We'll do that. Gotta figure out the tempo for this one. Maybe 150, we'll try that. Let me actually, let me just lay down just simple kicks to get the little tempo going there. Four, five, six, seven, 8. Okay. I think that sounds about right. Let me try 155 again. Because I think, yeah, 155 was, well, 5 is more of the natural speed, well, the original speed of that cover there. Oh. color guitar strings do I put on? They're just plain steel looking strings. I do know that I do have some colored strings. Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot my one bass that I use for my other band. It's a little 4-string bass. I actually do have a set of black strings on there, but yeah, the color coding's kind of wearing out where I pick so much. But I mean, they do sound pretty good though. Get a good shine ahead there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, that's way too fast. Maybe it was triplets I was supposed to be doing there. Facets down a bit. Try to make it a little bit more natural feeling. And maybe we'll just do the faster ones on each. Just do that same rhythm all the way through. And change up the symbol that I hit. You know, this is going to be placeholder hits. Because I know I'm going to change each of those fills in between sections. So I think it's supposed to sound a little something like this. Still trying to get a good rhythm for that. Alright, let me Okay. Yeah, I really gotta sit down and try to figure out the good rhythm for the cymbals for this one here, because I know it's in the original it's kind of got this kind of weird off-timey thing, like. That's probably gonna be like way too fast. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. So the final Attack on Titan game's announced. Is it going to be the final game, or are they just saying that just to be like, yeah, surprise, motherfucker, we got another final game coming out about 4 years from now or something. After what the anime itself is supposed to be considered like the final season or something. I don't know. I've really haven't watched Attack on Titan in like several years. Something like that almost. Wolf Among Us 2. Yeah, I'm still kind of feeling out the the drums just for this little intro bit. Come on, you knew I had to. Wait, I don't know if I even got the right thing pulled up. Oh, wait, I do. You know, I gotta wonder exactly how this sound compares to sound that I've actually dialed in for Enigma. Oh, I've actually got that same cab on there. Yeah, I can't help myself. Wolf Among Us 2 and Wolf Among Us Remastered. You know, I've never actually played Wolf Among Us. Yeah. So, you know, I know I've, put a bunch of time into the Chrono Trigger cover, and I'm already just kind of starting to figure out this other cover, which, well, again, that's what this whole the whole name of this stream is supposed to be based on, the boss theme from Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be doing the boss theme from Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna be doing something from Final Fantasy VII because I think with the Final Fantasy games that I've done covers for, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9, I have yet to do anything from 7, or even the first 3 Final Fantasies for that matter, or the Final Fantasies from 10 and onwards. I got a lot of catching up to do, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be getting out of here. I think it's about time I go grab me something to eat, and yeah, I'm just gonna relax, and maybe I'll come back to this and just keep working away at it. But yeah, thank y'all for coming by, just sticking around, having a good time, just watching me or listening to me rather, just mindlessly chugging away and just trying to write some covers and stuff. So hopefully I'll get back to that Chrono Trigger cover pretty soon and finish that up, and I'll put it up on here eventually, or hopefully soon. Maybe not eventually, but yeah. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.